this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder the Capital One bank guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also talk about how most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you? Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com.
Hey, and welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh Clark. I am a staff writer here at HowStuffWorks.com, and with me is trusty editor Candace Gibson. Candace, is it editor or editrix?
I'm going to go with editrix just because it sounds authoritative, and I'm feeling pretty authoritative today because I've got a really weird question for you, and I already know the answer. Can I, assuming I'm a man, feel pregnant when my wife is?
The answer is a resounding yes, at least from anecdotal evidence. We're talking about Couvade or Couvade syndrome, first described by Hippocrates, I believe, in 300 BC, correct?
That's right. And if you don't feel like whipping out your French, you could also call it false pregnancy or sympathetic pregnancy. And essentially what happens is a man develops pseudocyesis, which is a swollen belly, this phantom belly, as though he's actually carrying a child. And now I've heard about men succumbing to their pregnant wives' cravings and them also wanting chocolate shakes and french fries at 3 a.m. But,
well, who doesn't?
Well, naturally, I do every day. But when you get that phantom belly, I think you're going a step too far. You're really stealing your wife's thunder, don't you think?
Yeah, and that's one of the theories behind Couvade syndrome is that the man has developed a rivalry with his wife. He wants in on the attention, the action, just the glamour of being pregnant.
And it's worth mentioning, too, no men choose to develop phantom pregnancy any more than they choose to develop man breasts. This is a psychosomatic condition, and it's brought on by this emotional attachment or maybe confusion with all these changes that are happening. And it's also very important to mention, too, that this isn't something exclusive to men. It happens to women who maybe have had a miscarriage in the past or they've lost a child and they have this extreme emotional need to actually bear a child again. And there's actually a pretty famous case of this. Have you heard of Bloody Mary?
I have, actually. The woman where if you stand in the mirror and you say your name, how many times fast?
I'm not going to tell you because you're going to try to do it.
I
don't want to lose her on How Stuff Works.
But yes, I have heard of Bloody Mary.
Well, apparently one of the reasons she was so bloody, reputedly, is because she had this syndrome. She either had a lot of bad runs with miscarriages or she couldn't actually bear her children, and so she took her aggression out in a pretty violent way. And when women get this condition, a lot of times it results in more serious consequences than men, because when men have it, I think they know innately they're not going to actually give birth to a child when all is said and done. It goes away after the woman gives birth, things get back to normal. But for women, at the end of the gestation period, they expect to see a baby. Lisa Montgomery was a woman who had a pretty extreme case of Couvade syndrome. In December 2004, she actually murdered a woman who was pregnant. She cut open her womb and removed her unborn child because she felt very proprietarily that was her baby. She should have that baby.
That was a bad day for everyone.
Indeed.
My big problem with sympathetic pregnancy is this. You know, obviously with Lisa Montgomery cases, that's pretty serious stuff. But specifically with men, it's psychosomatic, and it is across the board in every case. This isn't a physical malady. It's basically a mental disorder to a certain degree. And it is psychosomatic. It's the mind playing tricks on the body. That seems logical enough, but the thing is the medical community hasn't really established a clear link yet, although I think they're hot on the trail with electrolytes and hormones. What do you think about psychosomatic conditions? Should people with them be pitied? Should they basically just be smacked around and told to get over themselves?
Well, I'm not really sure because I'm no psychiatrist, but it does make for pretty great TV. Did you see the episode of Grey's Anatomy with the man who had this?
No, I didn't. But I did watch Law and Order SVU, where a homeless woman had several children taken by the state, and she developed Cuvade syndrome. It made for moving television, I'll tell you that.
The good news is, because this is in the media and more people know about it, there are ways for people to get help. You can get counseled. You can go see a psychiatrist. There are ways that you could sit down with your wife and talk about the feelings that you're having and see if maybe you can reach a level ground where she understands what you're going through and she's equally as sympathetic to your condition as you are to hers. All the while, you're fetching her pickles and ice cream.
Yes, well, clearly what you're saying is that this could conceivably be worked out just by talking about it, which, indicates it is a psychosomatic condition. It's the mind exerting some sort of authority over the body and causing physical symptoms. The bottom line for all this is if you do have Cuvade syndrome, seek help. Seek it fast.
And be sensitive to people who have it.
And be sure to read Can I Feel Pregnant When My Wife Is on HowStuffWorks.com. It could save your life.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com. Let us know what you think. Send an email to podcast@HowStuffWorks.com. Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Live CBS Sunday. Hollywood's biggest party is now bigger than ever.
Perfect. No notes.
The Golden Globes, with more stars, more glamour, more chaos, and more host Nikki Glazer.
We're gonna laugh at the celebrities that can take it and completely ignore the ones who can't. I'm just kidding. They're not safe either.
The Golden Globes, live CBS Sunday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and streaming on Paramount+.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.